What's going on, everyone? Cubeologist here with finally my review of the new QiYi Thunderclap, and this puzzle is pretty amazing. So I'll start it off with that, and I think it's definitely an improvement on the bullfight, as hard as that is to do. So let's do a size comparison to the last cube first. So as you can see here, we've got the bullfight on the left and the Thunderclap on the right, and if you hold them together, you can see that the new Thunderclap is actually a little bit smaller. I think it's about a 55mm puzzle. It feels good to be right. I'm just kidding, I cheated. But you can definitely tell the difference whenever you hold this cube next to the bullfight. And I've actually seen some pretty popular YouTubers say that the Thunderclap is the same as the bullfight and the New Island Phoenix, and that is completely wrong. This is a totally different mechanism, and let me show you what I mean by a different mechanism. Let's take these apart. Now first off, cosmetically, you can see a really big difference here on the Florian cuts. These are not quite as symmetrical as these. It looks like the cuts on the edges and the corners here are a little more squared off, whereas the center is rounded, and on the bullfight, you can see that they're all rounded off, and it's pretty symmetrical, and these are actually larger. And then we'll get into the next difference that you'll notice, and that is these center caps. So as you can see here, this is just a cap that we see traditionally. It just sits on top to cover up the screw and the mechanism, but this one actually is incorporated into the mechanism. So let's continue taking these apart. Now you can see here with the Thunderclap on the right and the bullfight on the left that the edge has been completely redesigned. The actual torpedo is a lot wider and a little bit more stubby, where this one is long and kind of sharp, and this part right here where you would actually do the 48-point edge mod is a lot thinner on the bullfight, and it's a little bit thicker but smoother on the Thunderclap. So that's pretty interesting. You can see the changes from the side there and from the front and the top. Definitely some pretty big differences. Not the same cube at all. And then with corners, you can see that not much has changed, but the overall geometry is different. There is now a flat space here where there isn't there, if you can see that. But it's pretty close to the same design. Just a few minor changes. And this is the part I thought was really interesting. You can see here that the whole mechanism is below where the cap goes on the bullfight, so once you put the cap on, it doesn't really play into the mechanism at all. But now with the new Thunderclap, as you can see there, it's actually a lot lower where the center cap's going to fit. So you can see here that when you put this on, if I can get it done here, it actually plays into the mechanism. So you can see that these pieces that jut out kind of act as a torpedo, keeping the center cap down and keeping everything turning smoothly. So I thought that was pretty cool, actually. But I have to admit, it makes the puzzle a little bit difficult to disassemble. I was actually reaching down in here trying to get this apart whenever I skinned up my finger. So that's sad that it's an actual cubing injury, but yeah, that's what that is. Now, as for feel, this puzzle feels really good. It's somewhere between, I would say, like an Oolong version 1 and the New Island Phoenix. It feels really rounded off, kind of bubbly, and I think that's a good feel. I think that if I get into one-handed, this will probably be my main, but as you guys know, my one-handed turning is completely horrible. Look, that's me trying to do the sexy move. Yeah, that's bad. But anyway, that aside, if I do get into one-handed, this will easily be my main, and a lot of people that have actually tried this at competitions really liked it. I had to turn down probably 3 or 4 offers to trade or sell this because I hadn't made this video yet. So I really do enjoy this puzzle, and check out this solve that I got with it just yesterday. Now, a lot of the performance of this puzzle is due to the way I lubed it. I actually over-lubed it with weight 1 on the pieces and weight 5 in the core, and then I wiped out the weight 1. So that makes it feel so buttery and quiet the way it is now. And one last thing I wanted to mention is the topic of knockoffs and things like that. I know there's a lot of discussion between whether or not QiYi or New Island is ripping off puzzles, because I think New Island is releasing this same puzzle. And the thing is, they get them from the same factory, they are both aware of the other company, And I think that it is kind of an understanding between the two. It's a beneficial relationship for both of them because the company that makes these isn't selling them, but QiYi and New Island are. So that's pretty interesting. I don't think either one's knocking off the other one. But you can get this puzzle from the cubicle.us. I'll show you right here. It's actually only $9, which is pretty amazing for a cube that performs like it is. And as you can see there, the new stickerless one is in stock, which is pretty cool now that stickerless puzzles are legal, which is really new. So I will probably be getting one of those, and if you guys are, let me know down in the comments. But I really appreciate you guys watching this. This has been a really fun puzzle to use over the course of the last couple weeks, and I have really started to like it. I ordered some new stickers for it where these really don't fit it. I don't know where I got these, but I don't think they were the ones that came with the puzzle, and I've changed my shades, but that's not a big deal. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you do, and let me know if you plan on getting this, because I would highly recommend it. But like I said, thanks for watching, and you'll hear from me really soon, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.